Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Not the typical Fnaf game that we have all come to know, love, and learn to survive. Gone are the cameras, the office, and the silent, visible killers. Now, we are thrown in the dark and trapped underground, working a bizarre night shift where the walls talk back, the robots beg for mercy, and your body is just another tool. Beneath the neon lights, synthetic voices, lies something much, much darker. Who are we playing as? What is this place? Why was it built? And what happens when the lights go out for good? Let's dig deep into Sister Location, its story, its secrets, and how it all connects everything we thought we knew about FNAF. The game opens with not a night guard job, but an anonymous technician job, working at Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, a private underground facility used to test and rent out animatronics. But unlike Freddy Fazbear, this place was never meant for the public. Every night you were assigned strange tasks, checking on animatronics, crawling through vents, and rebooting systems. Each night, things get worse.
Daddy, why won't you let me play with her?
On night 1, you are introduced to the basic intro of the facility. You also meet your virtual guide, Hand Unit. I don't like this guy, he's unsettling and yet so tame, makes it just all the more worse. You get instructed to crawl through a vent. I think this is just basically game mechanics at this point to try and make it interesting. But yeah, you go to the primary control module and you get introduced to the first two animatronics of this game, Ballora and Funtime Foxy. You get told to check on them. They are not on the stage, so you need to give them a controlled shock. After that, they listen like the obedient little bots they are. You get told to go through another vent to go meet Baby. Baby, as well as expected, is not on her stage. You give her a controlled shock multiple times, and she's still not there. Hand Unit chalks it up as if controlled shock actually worked, but no, giving you the first sign that there is something wrong with this guy. So, with that, the night is over.
Daddy, you let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go?
On night 2, you are instructed to do exactly the same task. You check on Ballora, give her a controlled shock. Check on Foxy, give him a controlled shock. And then you go back to Baby. By Baby, there is some malfunction. Hand Unit says that he will check on it, but the power goes off. You hear a voice belonging to Baby. The voice instructs you that there is a hidey hole in front of you under the desk and you need to hide. There will be Biddy Babs coming after you and there is a panel that you need to keep closed. There's a bunch of holes poked through it and that you need to avoid eye contact. Avoiding eye contact long enough and keeping the panel closed, soon enough they will leave. Baby will come back telling you that you will now need to go through Ballora's little auditorium and you need to go slowly. Do not listen to Hand Unit telling you to speed up, because Ballora will kill you. She can hear you, she cannot see you. So any quick movements, you will die. Moving through the auditorium, soon enough, halfway through, Hand Unit will come online again and he would shout aloud for you to hurry up. So freaking annoying.
You are taking a long time.
But eventually you will make it through to the booting room where you now need to reboot the facility's power. Over there in that room you will meet Funtime Freddy. Funtime Freddy is trying to hunt you every time you have the panel up where you need to reboot the systems. Now you need to find a strategy, a perfectly timed method on not getting Freddy to kill you, but as well getting everything booted up. If you succeed, you go back through Ballora's gallery, and that's the night over.
Daddy, just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?
On night 3, you now need to go do maintenance on one of the animatronics. You are informed that this is not originally something that you would do, But you are the only one now available to do the task because someone else would just be more expensive and more time and yada yada yada, excuses. So crawling through Funtime Foxy's auditorium this time. Do not run, do not move, don't even take your time because Funtime Foxy is motion activated. You need to flash this son of a bitch. Yes, flash him. Don't think dirty now, you have a flashlight. If he's in front of you, don't move. If he's not, move, bitch. So, making it through auditorium, you get to the parts and service, where you now need to do maintenance on Funtime Freddy. Because he broke down. Get into that in a minute. After getting a power module, bitch, that's a fucking illusion disc! Huh! You can't fool me, bitch. I've read the books. You now need to get the same thing from Bon. Yeah. Bonnie is in here as well, and he's a puppet that is willing to jump scare you within 2 minutes if you do not click his button quick enough. And it is hella fucking hard to catch this bitch. So, once you're done with that, you need to go through the auditorium again. But once you go back through, there is a scheduled event. There is no way to escape this. You get jumped by Foxy regardless.
Daddy, she can make balloons. Have you seen her make balloons? Oh, Daddy, let me go to her.
On night 4, you get the Alla Vincent experience. You are now trapped inside a springlock suit and you have to survive, ensuring that the springlock does not snap shut. You also get a dialogue from Baby saying that this suit was from her old pizzeria, giving us an extra place besides this one that we are working in now. Man, this just keeps running deeper. You also see Ballora coming in while 2 technicians talk about her breaking down. You see her being scooped and Baby saying that she doesn't learn. Also, Baby knows how to pretend, and that becomes important later on. But, yes. So now you just need to survive not being spring-locked. Well, mini-arenas climb on your faceplate and jump scare you if you wiggle too much. Yes, you need to wiggle to get them off, because otherwise they're gonna jump scare you regardless. So you have 2 things to survive. Getting killed by spring locks and getting killed by mini-arenas. Fnaf, everybody.
Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch a show too. I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful. Where do the other children go?
On night 5, we need to go back to the parts and servers area, and this time we see Baby for the very first time. The actual animatronic that this place was named after, and she feels it necessary to tell us that she is pretending to be deactivated. Hand unit tells us that she is deactivated for an unknown reason. This son of a bitch likes to lie. So yes, Baby goes on a dialogue spree where she says that something bad has happened. Something bad always happens. Kinda doesn't surprise me at this point. It is Fnaf, so yeah. We need to do some maintenance on her and remove a chip out of her arm. Now, if you do listen closely, there is some weird, fleshy, bone crackling sounds that you hear when you need to type in a few numbers on the keypad that pops out of her face, and that is very unsettling. Kinda gives you a hint on what the fuck actually happened. So after removing this chip, which I would get into in a little bit, you see Baby get shipped off to the scooping room, the same as you saw Freddy done on night 3. And now, if you do not do anything in this time period, yes, there is a time period that you need to do all these tasks, a nerd will jump scare you, another animatronic in this location. So you need to make careful. After finishing with Baby, you need to go back through Funtime Foxy's auditorium and follow the instructions of Baby. Now, I don't think this is Baby talking to you at this point. Following the instructions, you wind up in the scooping room yourself. You get scooped. And right before that, you see a figure. You see Ennard. So if you did not die by Ennard while doing maintenance on baby, you will see him now. You will see him in 3 times. His jump scare with baby, his appearance in the scooping room, and then the secret ending. This scooping room ending is the real ending though, so Scott confirmed it in the game itself. You die. Ennard climbs into your body and uses you as like a costume. Because they want to get out of this damn facility, and I don't judge them for that. I'm not mad at that. The way they did it was genius. So that is basically all 5 nights of Sister Location. And the secret ending, more commonly known as the fake ending, if you brighten the screen of the end, you would see an office. In order to get to this place, you literally just go the opposite direction on what baby's voice is telling you. Instead of going left, you go right, and then you head to the office. Getting in here, you would see 3 screens, a keypad on the wall, and psychic friend Fredbear on the desk. Now all of this hints back to F4. I will give you a little diagram here of how everything connects with each other, because I did likely touch upon it in my F4 video, so I don't feel it's that necessary to touch here. I think Scott added these here to clarify things about F4. There are monitoring cameras of the room, the Fredbear plush clearly telling us to go check back on F4, because there is a little Easter egg on the TV, 1983. You type that number into the keypad, the screens will go on, you see the room, even the hallway where you play with Plush Trap. Now all of this is going back to F4, and if you don't know the whole connection about it, go watch that video. Click the I in the corner or go down in the description. But what actually happened? Who is Circus Baby? What was the real purpose of this facility? And why does our character survive being scooped? Let's break into the truth behind the lies, because this is where the real story begins. On the surface, Sister Location just seems like another horror game, with some cool animatronics and a creepy atmosphere, or the hoo-ha. But if you start paying attention to the audio logs, like all the other games, the hidden dialogue and the
design choices,
you start to realize that this place was never meant for kids. It was meant for something else entirely. Circus Baby Entertainment and Rentals isn't just a location for birthday parties. It's a testing ground. A lab hidden beneath the surface used to gather remnant. Remnant being a mysterious energy source tied to life, death, and consciousness. Fazbear Entertainment, and by extension William Afton, wasn't building fun machines. He was building containers. Tools to trap souls. Why? Immortality, of course. Control. Something far more twisted than just animatronic mascots. So the question, who is Baby? Circus Baby, specifically. Well, he's a mascot that William built, of course. But we learn through a minigame and through the voice lines that you heard through before every night, that William had a daughter. Not just the crying child or Michael. He had a daughter, and she got killed by this machine. See, through one of the minigames that we play as, we go through feeding cupcakes to children, and in the end, you can end it off. But when you go back to the very beginning instead, you would find a little girl. And the girl will come up to you, Baby will give out ice cream, and yeah, she dies. Little Elizabeth dies being snatched by the very thing that William built. And as we learned, that he built the machine just for her. Now, I do not know if that is actually literally meant to be, in the end, always to be her deathbed, but it ended up being her deathbed. She was probably just inspired by Elizabeth, but either way, she became one and the same. Another detail alluding to this wonderful accident that happened is that if you pay attention to all Baby's posters and memorabilia, her eyes are blue, but yet the animatronic has green eyes. Even the minigame has blue eyes, and Elizabeth, the little girl, has green eyes. This being a sign to William Elfton that her daughter has taken possession, and his experiment worked. Taking a deeper look into each animatronic, starting off with Funtime Freddy, we learn that he is unstable and violent. But Scott mentioned something in the guidebook, the Freddy files specifically, that Freddy has pre-recorded voice lines, and that he is different than Baby and Ballora, who are more advanced. Bringing up Funtime Freddy's blueprints from the game, we see that he has a proximity sensor, grouping coordination. He has parental tracking, 360 pivoting, voice mimicking, luring, meaning that he can copy voices in order to attract people, and a storage tank. Now, that storage tank we can see here on the blueprints themselves. You would see the outline of a child. In the front view of Freddy, you see the feet, the legs, and the sides of the arms. Looking at the side view of Freddy, you see the back, head, and the side view of the arms. That's a child. An unmistaking child. Ballora's blueprints doesn't have that much interesting things on it. It has audio activation sensor, that's how we know that she is able to hear us but not see us. Deter and misdirect, remote activation, and see Circus Baby directory. She has balance and stability sensors in her, that is how she can stay on those toes and spin and dance. She as well has collision sensors. Ballora tends to dance in the dark in the gallery and not just on her stage. And when we run into her, well, we're dead by that time then. Funtime Foxy has light activation sensor, parental voice sync, and replay. So, essentially mimicking as well. Variable scent release, making me think that this robot is supposed to either smell like something, or that scent release can be some sleepy gas, maybe. It as well has a floor anchor, a remote floor anchor. To keep it stable? I don't know why that is needed. So yeah. Why does it say refer to Baby's directory? I don't have a theory on that one. Now, Circus Baby, or now the Haunted by Elizabeth Baby, has an air hose attachment, internal ice cream dispenser, which we learn is the thing that trapped Elizabeth, attracted her as well, somehow. Song data bank, not that important. Emergency stop. Now, I'd like to think that the emergency stop is there to ensure that the body inside does not get mangled, because I think, well, Baby having so much more inside of her, like an internal ice cream dispenser, yeah, that kid must be getting crushed then. So, all systems stop, I guess. The reason why I think Freddy, out of all of them, is the most aggressive is because, as we see even in the blueprint itself, Freddy is the one that is used the most to attract and trap kids. Therefore, most of the remnant and souls are stuck in him, and there's a lot going on, so he's cranky, groggy, with having to deal with all of those kids. Then we come to the heart of it all, the scooping room. A massive machine designed to open animatronics, and as a front, I would guess, to remove their endoskeletons and collect the remnant inside. But at this point, just listen to baby.
There is something bad inside of me. I'm broken. I can't be fixed. I'm going to be taken to the scooping room soon, but it's not going to fix what's wrong with me. What is bad is always left behind.
What is bad is always left behind. The kids. The dead kids. This isn't just gore. It is science. Remnant is the soul, the stuff left behind after death. William discovered that it can bring machines to life. And more disturbingly, that it can be injected into a human to cheat death. Now I will explain that part in the next video. But as for this place, the animatronics here are meant to help with that task. Collecting remnant. Our very last talking point here before coming to a conclusion is our protagonist. We play as Michael Afton. We see it through a sticker on the hand unit that says Mike, connecting us with a little Easter egg hint from Scott to Fnaf 1, where we play as Mike Schmidt. Now, Michael was sent here by his father to complete a task. We know this through a wonderful dialogue that we can hear him say in the end of the game, and I will play that in the end of this theory to conclude and sum everything up. So from the beginning, this facility was built to harvest remnant. A facility built by William specifically when he started to realize that all the people dying in the suits ended up inhabiting them, possessing them. And he wanted that for himself. Being a man that probably feared death, what evil character or maniacal maniac wouldn't? He tried to escape his own death, but got trapped in it himself. Still immortal though, he won. And I'll explain that in the next video, as I said. But this facility still holds a lot of deep and gruesome history. One that Michael was sent here to set free. And now that he was as well tricked. Entered the amalgamation of all the animatronics combined into one, now wearing his skin as a costume. Eventually does leave Mike. Into the sewers they go like Pennywise. Now Mike is left to walk as a corpse. And how he's able to still be alive, again, will make sense in the next video. But this is Sister Location. And we now know Mike's next objective. For in Sister Location's custom night, there is an ending, a cutscene that we can get. One that I find very important to the lore.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together. just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
They were all there. They didn't recognize him. He found her. He set her free. And now he's coming after him. But wait a minute. Hold up. That's Efri's building. The green, gruesome tint. The vomit-inducing tint. And Springtrap! Woohoo! Guys, we got a timeline! But all that in the next video. I hope you guys like this. I like making this video. So, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you think happened here in Sister Location, or anything that I missed. But just remember that there is a second video coming out about everything else now. So, still, love you guys. Ciao.